Howdy, my name is Abhiman Sham, and I wanted to tell you about my pitch, Resurrection Insurrection, a game of grave robbing and rebellion. Resurrection Insurrection is a tactical action RPG where players control multiple characters in a rich story world. So taking basically the idea of The Walking Dead and getting interrupted by a phone and letting them sit in different characters and inhabit them, but also making sure that we create gameplay that kind of matches that. So as much as I love Walking Dead, it's a hero-based story that's really a point and click. We want to give them more action than that. So putting them in multiple bodies, but unlike Heavy Rain, not making misogynist torture porn. So kind of like taking the idea of Mass Effect where you have this cool action as well as this cool ensemble storytelling, but it's not about shooting a billion evil villains like every other game. So here is a quick movie trailer thing, if I can get my mouse to go.
When the cholera epidemic took my wife.
When the cholera epidemic took my husband.
When the cholera epidemic.
When the cholera epidemic.
When the cholera epidemic took my 7 children, one right after another, I swore to God that this damned virus would be eradicated from the earth.
I swore to my unborn children
I swore to myself
I promised my youngest son
I swore in Jesse's grave.
that I would make each day I lived count.
that I would take this opportunity to become a better person.
I would never let anyone else die like that again.
I would find a way to cure that mortal disease.
But I never thought
I
of
never
this.
Thus it would come to this.
Becoming an expert in robbing fresh graves.
Starting riots,
Purposefully infecting the immigrants in my employ with the disease.
Pretending to weep over an open grave so we could steal some poor soul's corpse.
murders in the streets.
Cutting open the ribcage of some naked little boy to view his loaded organs.
And I know
If my neighbors
If
only
my
knew that I was
neighbors only
if my
knew
neighbors
about-
only knew that I was
If
part
my
of the
neighbors only
resurrection.
knew that I was part of the resurrection.
My neighbors knew that I was part of the insurrection.
I'd be the next corpse
I'd
that
be
dug
the
out of
next
the ground.
corpse they
Be
dug
the
out of
next
the ground.
corpse they put in the ground.
I'd be the next corpse they dug out of the ground.
So hopefully that gives you an idea of kind of the aesthetic that we're trying to build more than anything else. It's set in 1885 Chicago around this cholera epidemic, and we're really interested in bringing out these really strong ideas and these really strong characters and stories, and then creating gameplay to match it. So the two main gameplay modes that you're going between are the Resurrectionists and the Insurrectionists. The Resurrectionists it's a grave robbing aesthetic. So it's like this stealth-based real-time team thing where you're going into graves and kind of have to figure out how to navigate your way against like past guards and if there's family members weeping or things like that. And really trying to bring out that tension that's there, kind of like an XCOM thing except in real time. While on the other hand, you have Insurrectionists. And the main mechanic here is riot starting. And there's not too much here that's like a predecessor. You have State of Emergency and this upcoming Riot iOS game I'm really excited about. But here you kind of are trying to like get people to either join your side or even just to start rioting in general. And this real tension. And more opponents start coming in. You start off against henchmen with clubs. It goes to policemen with horses. You get Pinkertons in there. I know Bioshock Infinite just stole Pinkertons from me. I'm really upset about that. But Pinkertons are going to be big for a long time. People know what Pinkertons are? Maybe play the Pinkerton card too strong. So like in this basic idea, like it was switching characters. Like what if you died as one character, and then as a resurrectionist you had to dig up that grave and give it to the surgeon, and then as the insurrectionist you can start a riot and you have this choice whether to attack the surgeon or not. So bringing in choice in there as well. As an aesthetic, just to kind of shoot through these, I love the Valkyria Chronicles kind of like crosshatch storyboard feel, kind of combining it with this rich, lush world of Bastion. But then, you know, from this world of grave robbers and riot starters, 1885 Chicago, we have this really rich, like, imagery that you don't really get to see in games too often. Kind of this, like, on the cusp of the Industrial Revolution, cusp of modern medicine, a little bit of steampunk. I think it'd be really, really sweet. So we're really trying to appeal to people who are interested in, like, interactive narratives and strong RPGs with good storytelling element. Here are a few examples out there. The Walking Dead being a really good example because we really want to follow their episodic storytelling and their episodic rollout. But Fallout, Planescape Torment, lots of great stuff like that. So like, why is this, you know, an interesting idea? So Pokemon might not seem like a relevant example, but one of the reasons that it's has such an extended life is that there's so many different possibilities that it can get into, and that's going to come into the narrative world whether we like it, like whether we think about it or not. You know, you look at linear media, so many of the TV shows that are popular right now are all about ensemble, giving people different ways to enter into the world. That can happen with narrative games. It hasn't happened yet, but it's going to happen really, really soon. It's going to happen with Resurrection and Insurrection. We're going to build it in Unity. We're looking to release it for Mac and PC, hoping to go XBLA PSN along the way. So we're looking at this rollout over a 12-month period, starting with pre-production, rolling it in for a 6-month productive basis. This is just for our episode 1. And then we're asking for $4.2 million to get that started. And our marketing is really going to focus on our story and our characters. Thank you very much.